It's DSP's Game of the Year Awards, the top 10 best games of 2014. Honorable mention, WWE 2K15 for the PlayStation 4. So, the reason this one's an honorable mention is because it's kind of a mixed bag. It's a great game for wrestling fans, and the fact that your whole new roster has been updated with a lot of the more recent wrestlers who've come to prominence on the television programs is awesome. The fact that on the next generation of consoles, they used this cool scanning engine to make a lot of the wrestlers look almost photorealistic is amazing. And undoubtedly the biggest addition to the game this year, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to give it an honorable mention, was the long and content-filled My Career mode, where you get to create your own wrestler and or select a wrestler from the existing roster and throw them through several years of gameplay, going through the WWE's various television programs, finally all the way reaching the top, becoming a champion, and retiring in the Hall of Fame. It's a great run, and it lasts anywhere from 12 to 15 hours, although there's a lot of repetitiveness in that. It's still a hell of a lot of fun. If you're like me and you like simulation matches, and you like to maybe simulate pay-per-views, or maybe just do crazy off-the-wall stuff with downloaded created wrestlers, WWE 2K15 is the way to go, especially the next-gen version with all of its improvements. Now, I've heard a lot of people pan this game and say, but there's less spots to put created wrestlers, but the online play still sucks. The thing is, for me and my purposes, I don't really care about that stuff, so subjectively from my position, I really enjoy the game, and that's why I wanted to give it an honorable mention. Again, for any hardcore wrestling fan, it's a must-get. Definitely check it out. Now back to the main countdown, and here comes controversy, because my number 7 pick is Watch Dogs. I am well aware that many people said this year that Watch Dogs was an overrated game and or did not live up to the expectation and hype that the game had set for itself. Let's face it, we all know the controversy around the fact that the game's graphics didn't run as high resolution or with as much detail as had been shown in previous trailers, even though for me, that wasn't as big of a deal. I kind of understand that when I see something at E3 that's probably an overproduced trailer and not really in-game gameplay that's going to show up in the final game, but I digress. Most people had issue with Watch Dogs, saying that it was boring, it was repetitive, that the gunplay wasn't very good, and you know what? The bottom line is, I really don't think that any of these open world games have great gunplay or a lack of repetition or boredom when it comes to the base gameplay. I really feel that Watch Dogs excelled because not only did it have a lot of the stuff from a Grand Theft Auto-esque universe, but it combined a really realistic representation of Chicago, which I've been to several times and was able to feel like I was actually there during the course of playing this game. It also combined some really fun supporting characters, and I definitely liked the addition of hacking into the game, whether it was solving a puzzle, whether it was looking for a QR code, whether it was hacking the environment to make things explode or disable people's intercoms or whatever the hell it was. It added a new element to the sandbox universe that I'd never experienced before, and I really enjoyed it. And I don't know if it's that maybe I didn't go into the game with such crazy expectations. You know, when people literally months before the game came out were saying that this game was going to change the sandbox genre forever and every game after this would be different, I'm like, why would you have those expectations? I was going in looking for a fun open world game with some new elements, and that's what I got. Admittedly, the main character of Aiden Pierce was kind of bland. Didn't have a lot to his character, was kind of more emo and broody than anything else, and ultimately, the end of the story may leave some to be desired. But I really liked this game, tons of content, I had a lot of fun playing it. I'm actually looking forward to a sequel that hopefully is set in a different city, and they had all kinds of new hacks and things into it. Watch Dogs definitely in my best games of the year at the number 7 spot. Coming up next, a game that may have been seen as more generic than anything else adds a completely unique and interesting element that makes it a cut above the rest. Check it out.